So over the past few days, I've been seeing a shit ton of Kwon edits in my shorts feed, even in my homepage, and I won't lie to you, I ain't even mad at it because Kwon be like that for real. But in the comments of these videos, I see a lot of people going back and forth about, is Kwon overrated? Is he really like that? Miguel can beat him. And I've started to question it myself because when I first saw Kwon, I was like, holy shit, everyone's cooked! And in my opinion, I don't entirely think he's overrated per se. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think he's completely overrated. Homeboy's gonna cook. Well, actually, considering I've been hearing it's the last season of Cobra Kai, so there's no way they're not gonna let Kwon cook. They're going to absolutely cook him, unless they just want to end on an absolutely horrible note, which I am totally down for. So anyways, let's talk about Kwon. So we really meet Kwon at this whole Korea dojo thing where Kim, I forgot the woman's name. I can't even lie to you. I didn't even revisit it. But these are her students, right? And she's teaching this technique. I forgot what it was. Some viper shit. And they basically break through any defense and remove their opponent's head. Literally. But Kwon isn't with all that extra shit, and he's adjusts the freaking wood thing and does this scream and spinning kick and breaks it in half with one spin, and then he hits us with one of the coldest lines in Cobra Kai!
Straight for head. No fight. Whatever.
Yeah, you can't tell me that shit wasn't cold. But for his quote-unquote defiance for being okay, let's stop wasting time and just murk them, he has to go clean the Grandmaster's toilet, which is low-key crazy, because that man is 150 years old. I know that shit stinks! So it looks a little bit later, Kreese decides to punish the whole class for Kwon's disobedience to get them to not be Kwon as much, you know what I'm saying? Which, is a decent plan. I've seen it in, different sports and stuff, but it didn't work like how they do in that sports heartwarming shit movies. Those things. They were oh hell no, we ain't letting this shit slide. So they straight up confront Kwon, and then this other sneak bitch decides to put bags behind him, and they shove him, and somehow he falls 5 stairs down. Calm down, little bro. So after that, Kwon isn't very happy, so he runs up on Kreese and what the hell you doing, homie? And we already know what Kreese is up to. My man is top tier manipulating little kids again! So after a little pep talk from Kreese, he goes over there and 1v3s the best students and the students gang, and yeah, it was wraps. Bro didn't even get touched. I covered this a little bit more in my last video, so if you want to go see that, go check that out. But this is one of the reasons I don't think he's super overrated, because this man straight up dog walked the 3 best students. This reminded me in the previous season when Terry had the sensei from Grandmaster Kim. Those senseis were dog walking the little teenagers over there in freaking America. They didn't stand a single little chance. Just like how these over here in Korea, yes, thank you for correcting me, didn't stand a single chance against Kwon, and Kwon's a student! And this man is the definition of no mercy. When he had this other dude on his knees, this man punched him in the throat as hard as he could. This guy should have died. Literally, his windpipe should not be existing anymore. There should be no air in this man's lungs. And that's not even the extent to what Kwon did to this man. So now let's talk about Kwon versus Robbie versus Miguel versus Hawk, one at a time. We're going one-on-one, even though if I'm being straight up honest with you, I do think he could probably take all 3 of them. I know, I may be crazy, and I may just be doing tricks on that shit, but it's a possibility, okay? My man dog walked the other 3, so it's not a far-off possibility. I get their main characters, but Miguel is not Himothy, Hawk is nerfed to shit, and Robbie is just... my boy Robbie's about to go through some mental problems, because I can't even lie to you, Kwon's probably about to steal Tori. Did you see the look Kwon was giving that bitch? But that's not your heart no more, bro. Nah, but for real, did you see the look this man was giving Tori? What the f*** is that? But never mind that. They showed up with 3 dudes when you're supposed to have 6 in your team. So 3 dudes and one girl, Tori. And that's foreshadowing already, in my opinion, that they're going to clap Major cheeks, or... rather, he's going to clap everybody by himself. But if I'm being honest with you, being that this is quote-unquote the last season, yeah, they're not going to let him win. It's pretty obvious. Daniel was not supposed to win against Johnny, and look how that shit went. Okay, but for real, I don't think he's super overrated. He might be a little bit overrated, and I might just be gassing him up because he rose up to my second favorite character with 2 scenes, and I do hope they have some good scenes for him in this part 2 of season 6. But I guess he probably is overrated, honestly, now that I think about it, because, by show perspective, they're not going to let him win. But by realistic perspective, he should win. I hate TV shows so much. Like, realistically, we need to get Jack up in here. Jack Brewer, yeah, y'all remember him? Maybe? Yeah, he'd solo this whole damn verse.